Hey everybody, we have an amazing, legendary interview today. She is one of, I know you guys' favorites, but she's one of my favorite actresses. She's a producer, entrepreneur, living legend from Memphis. She had actually been awarded an amazing award recently by the Memphis Arts Alliance. So I'm so excited to have Miss Elise Neal on the show today. Welcome.
Wow. Okay. Living legend. I'll take it.
Yes. Don't nobody else say it. I'm going to say it.
Very sweet.
Yes. I want to start off, first of all, I want to commend you for stepping outside of the box, being a producer, entrepreneur. What made you step outside the box instead of just being an actress and a dancer and choreographer and all those amazing things?
Well, what's the thing about me is I'm an entertainer. And being a person who started off as a dancer and loved being a performer, everything that I do lends to itself to me going toward that goal of continuing performing. And there's my alarm. Let me turn that off. But yeah, I just really like this business, and it's been a part of my life since I was 6 years old. So doing things that help continue to be able to give out the type of things I want to do just lends itself to my own creation. And that own creation means having to step forward and create it, not necessarily just be cast in it. And as a performer, I believe all of us want to do projects that we see ourselves doing, not necessarily what just others think we can do. And you don't want to be put inside a box. And I think I do really well with not being just typecast. I do ghetto in Money Talks. I do horror with Scream 2. I do Marvel. I really do mix it up, and to continue to mix it up, but also feed my creative soul, creating it becomes necessary.
I want to ask you, did you have a plan in the beginning? Like, if I don't make it to Hollywood in 5 years after I move, like, was it like that? Or did things just start to fall in place?
I didn't have any type of plan, honestly. I had the plan of, once I got my scholarship out of Overton High School in Memphis, Tennessee, shout out to Overton. I really wanted to be Debbie Allen. That's the first start. The first start was I was on a mission to be Debbie Allen, the next Debbie Allen. Then getting to New York and seeing like all these great opportunities, doing music videos from Chubb Rock to Vanessa Williams, Work to Do, to all the stuff everybody asked me, is that you in that video? And I'm like, yeah, that was me. Getting it popping. That's what I loved back then. Then deciding to fall into acting and taking it seriously and doing all the classes and everything that I loved by New York, and being involved with theater and live theater and doing Broadway and all those things. It really just kind of opened my mind up to what else I could be doing. And I think what happens when you step out your comfort zone, meaning my comfort zone being Memphis, Tennessee, you step out your comfort zone and you start to see what else the world has to offer. And being able to see all these great people that I learned and got introduced to along the way, doing Broadway and things like that I never thought that I could do. You just start to keep going. You start to go, okay, this person that looks like me is doing that, so then I could do that, then I can expand and I can grow. So taking the acting classes and doing live theater in New York, and that was a great time, and really understanding the process of being a performer but also being an actor was a real milestone. Then deciding that I could definitely do this, then moving to LA and starting to work. It's a whole thing. I kind of look at it like I saw one example of something different, and then I would see another example of something different, and then I'd see another example, and I just kept going from different lane to different lane because I felt like I could do it. I always believed in myself, though.
I can tell.
Well, I'll say something about that because some people sometimes make fun of me because they'd be like, you seem so confident. And I will just say this with wholeheartedly. I believe being a person who has been a part of the performing arts and had teachers since I was 6 years old be like, do this, get that leg higher. Nope, that step is wrong. Everybody do it again. Nope, we're not in sync. That really kind of builds your character.
Yeah.
And then once you get on a stage, and I say this with all honesty and all confidence, once you've had a lifetime of cheering for you, which I have, I've had sold out crowds overseas in Monte Carlo or whatever else, and I'm getting standing ovations for my work. I've been on the Broadway stage and gotten standing ovations. This is all before anybody in entertainment as actors knew me. So yeah, I know I'm good at my job.
Yeah.
So if it comes off confident, I would love all people, Black women especially, to feel confident every day. I think it really does help me with everything I do. I don't question that. I don't question that I'm not talented. And I don't think anybody should go through life questioning that they are good enough. I think it's something that you start to believe if you're not told that. But along my way, my mother, God rest her soul, always told me that I was good enough. Always told me that I was great at being me. Always told me that I could make it if I wanted to. So that's where that comes from.
Now, I want to commend you also. I love the domestic violence awareness visual that you did. What made you do that? I mean, you incorporated dance, storytelling. And even though it was short, I felt like I was there. I felt it. And I just, you can just, I'm gonna let you talk about it. That's your project.
Well, I appreciate that. I think as an actor, people don't really understand sometimes our real hearts. And it's not like sometimes I don't see what's going on in the world. Not like I don't see that a lot of women need help.
Yeah.
And I just felt compelled to it. I've seen so much on social media with women are going through it and men are, abusing them and sometimes, not often, the women retaliate. Right. And I just thought, this was in the pandemic. I call it the panorama. We were in the panorama and I just thought, I want to create something that just gets the message out because I wanted women to feel like I saw them. I'm not a news reporter. I'm not a person who has a talk show yet. So I thought, this is something that I see that it's happening and I want to make my own statement. And that's where that came from.
Okay. Do you feel the pressure to look rich all the time in Hollywood? Because we know there's people out here that, don't make the money that they're flaunting and things like that. Do you feel that pressure, or have you always?
Girl, do I look rich? I sure don't think I give off that I'm trying to look rich. Do I look like I'm trying to look rich? Are you talking about others with Bentleys and things like that they flaunt? Because I don't think you're talking about me.
No, but do you feel that? Because you're around that all the time and people want to keep up that persona and then, end up losing everything and just not being content and just, confident with what they have going on. Like, I feel like you don't need to, because people get robbed, of course. But do you feel like you need any pressure of that?
I don't feel the pressure, but this is what I will say to that. I see the pressure. I see why you can get wrapped up in the pressure. Social media is its own beast. And if social media and the algorithm would be in a slant where people who are posting amazing things about their everyday lives, people are posting great things that especially African Americans do every day, if be it see someone on the street or Ocho Cinco gives them $100 just because, or this other celebrity donates a whole lot of money and doesn't post about it, but somebody picks it up. If there was more examples of that, maybe in the algorithm, I'm talking about the Instagram, TikTok, whatever algorithms would highlight that by whatever way they want to, then maybe people would be more excited about just talking about their everyday lives. But when someone posts a Chanel or someone posts a Bentley or something like that, then that's the one that gets the 50,000 likes, and people get sucked into that. People get sucked into what can I post and what can I show? Because you have to remember that even the people who are posting these things, I believe, and maybe I'm wrong, that they know that that's not their real lives. They're posting what they know the algorithm and social media and the people who are watching will reward. I don't think that everybody who posts those certain things really live that life, or no, they know they don't live that life. Not everybody, but some. They know they don't live that life.
Right.
But they see that the algorithms and social media and the people who are watching will give those posts the clicks and the likes that they want.
Yes. One thing me and you have in common, even though I'm not famous and everything just yet, but I appreciate your want to be private. Like, I feel like everybody is so vulnerable now, and kind of overshare. And can you talk about the importance of not, still maintain your privacy, whether if you're blow up famous or even if you're just, just a regular person, how important?
I just think that everybody's their own person. And I try not to speak on some people who like to say that, because I feel like some people do that. And I try to be careful because, we live in a very sensitive time. And when I say be careful is because I don't like to assume that I can speak on another person's journey, because I don't want anybody speaking on my journey.
Right.
I think some people feel the need to speak aloud because that's their only outlet. That's their only cry for help. I think that, some people don't have the family or the support or those things that I'm blessed to have or that you could be blessed to have. And so they run to social media because that's where they feel like they can be heard or seen. Maybe not even in the correct way, maybe not even in the best way, but they're screaming out for some type of help, So I feel like it's a delicate balance when you do that. It's a delicate thing when you decide to do that. But I feel that some people, that's their cry for help. So I don't want to take away somebody's cry for help by saying I don't agree with it. So I don't know anyone else's life but my own.
Okay. I gotta say, someone said, Jumbotron said, shout out to Elise's good friend JP Ramsey. Hopefully you know who that is, right? Oh no.
I know who JP Ramsey is.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, he just wrote on the comments to shout him out. So I was like, okay.
I mean, I know him. I don't know. I mean, he's a great he's a great he's a business manager. Like, yeah, not mine, but he's a great person.
Okay. What's your dream character?
Say what?
Dream character that you either want to act or produce. Like, what's your dream character?
There's a couple, but I want to be a superhero. And I don't know what she does.
Okay.
But I want to do something in that lane. I've been blessed to work with Marvel on Logan. It was a great experience. And I actually just tweeted that out today because this just happened yesterday. I was talking to my sister. I have an older sister who's not in the business, but very opinionated about everything I do. And she just literally just out of the blue, we're having a conversation. He's like, when is Marvel going to spin the block about you?
Right.
And I was like, girl, who taught you to spin the block? I know you knew that. But, obviously, I would love to work for Marvel again, but in a way where I'm like saving the world or saving all the Black women or something very cool, but also be able to, I do work out a lot. I want to get real ripped like Jonathan Majors was able to do and take on something amazing. That would be so much fun.
Is there a character that you wouldn't do for a role? Has it been something like, you know what, I don't care how much money I get, I'm not doing this type of role or character?
Well, I'll say I've never been offered, say, $1 million to do this, but I'm not a fan of slave characters.
Okay.
She's waiting on me to expand. I feel like as Black people, I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan. It's something that, was a really bad time. And I don't think we need to constantly revisit it. I think it's so much more uplifting to our race to do things that show us in a positive light, in the way that Michelle and Barack were able to have the whole world and all the Black people in it feeling good about themselves, even when we woke up in the morning. I think those type of examples are so powerful for us moving forward and being positive Black people. So I like those type of films with us in them, that show Black love, that show us being progressive, that show us doing amazing things that a lot of us do. And I don't think we need to constantly revisit that part of our history that was so horrific.
So what do you do during the times when things don't go according to plan? Like, what does Elise do to kind of get refocused, when you don't get the role, or you don't, the actors don't show up on time, with those films that you're doing. And so what do you do in those times?
You mean every day?
Yes.
Because that's an everyday thing. And that's the thing that people who need to understand. If you wanting to be an actor, you got to understand it's a constant rejection. And I'm going to bring it right back to what I said. Being a person who was a musical theater person first really prepared me for this. Because, as a musical theater performer, we would go to auditions all day. You dance all day. Then they'd be sweating. Then be like, okay, well, we're only going to call back these 20 people. So you'd be like, okay. Then you do the callback. And then there's a whole nother combination. So you 1, 2, 3, and 4. Learn a whole nother combination. Okay. Okay, we're going to cut it to 5. Okay. And you 5 need to go, get your song ready. Okay. Go in the back, try to wipe all your sweat off. Okay, sing your song. Okay, we're only gonna pick 2 people. And then you go home. And then you do it all over again. And then you do it all over again. And then you do it all over again. There's a constant buildup of rejection. And then you decide to be an actor. It's still the same thing. It's rejection. And you have to understand that is part of the gig. I learned a long time ago, I've been doing this like 27 years, that's part of the gig. I learned that as a dancer, it's part of the gig. I don't get wrapped up in that. If they want me, they want me. If they want long legs, that ain't me. I can't get wrapped up in that. I just got to find the other job. It's just that simple. So I think me being a person who loves to create helps me with that. Because I'm either TikToking, or I'm going to create a dance, or I'm going to do a dance, or I'm going to find some way, or I created the PSA about domestic violence. I find ways to feed my creative soul no matter what, because it's part of me. It's part of me and who I am, and been that way since I was 6 years old. So.
Okay. Well, you still look amazing. So we all want to know, why do you put so much hone on fitness and health? You look amazing. You look better than some 20 and 30-year-olds right now. So what do you have to say to that?
I just think health and fitness is important. It really is a testament to feeling good about yourself every day. Like I do preach that a lot. I think there's so many people who are just not happy with themselves. And I believe physical fitness helps you just feel good about you. And I think that's also part of why I feel good about myself, no matter how old, how young I was or is. I think it's really important to understand that being in the gym has not just to do with looking a certain way. You are relieving stress. You are getting everything done. You're building the strength of your heart. You're building your own physical strength. You're clearing your mind because you're in the gym, you're sweating, you're releasing endorphins. You're doing a lot of things that help you mentally and physically. And the reason why I preach it a lot is because of all of those things, not necessarily just the physical. The physical is a side benefit to being in the gym a lot. Now, there's trolls. I know how old I am. I'm blessed to get to this age. Everybody does not make it in this world to this age, and I'm happy with that. Somebody put, again, obviously, is always a troll that doesn't have a bio. It's just a little dot as their profile. Was like, girl, you need to run. You need to go to get some Botox ASAP, because I haven't done that yet. I have not done anything.
You don't need to.
Well, honey, this troll thinks I do, and they said ASAP. It needs to happen ASAP. Listen, I get it. That's your opinion. Will I maybe make a tweaker someday? Maybe, but I am very afraid of it. I'm very afraid of it. I'm very afraid of the tweaking. I'm very afraid of what I'm going to look like. Am I going to look different? Am I going to look, unlike me? I don't want to look unlike me. I don't know. So if there's hesitation on my part to fix the things that I do see, I see them.
Yeah. It's
because I'm afraid of what I'm going to look like. I'm not trying to alter what I look like, because I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that.
Last couple of questions. So how do you maintain your peace and your values through some of the darkness of Hollywood?
Another conversation I was having with my sister. We were talking about this because we were talking about a lot of people who have been, got into the pitfalls of alcoholism and or drugs and things like that. And we always go back to our parents. We always go back to our mom, Elise Neal, God rest her soul. And, it was always a positive household. Never a cookie cutter. There's no such thing as great every day. But I just feel like the lessons installed in us was just, go for it and believe in yourself. And I'm going to be there to support you. And I don't think that those conversations was around our house for me to even know about them when I was younger. But while I've been here in Hollywood, it's not like I don't see things. It's not like I don't see a whole lot of things that go on. I just don't want to do them. And all I can do is assess that to my upbringing, because there's nothing inside of me that wants it. There's nothing inside of me. I'm not easily tempted. And that, I think, is also part of it. I'm not easily a person who is swayed. And I don't know why that is. It could be easy to do. If the whole wave of people are going to the bathroom and everyone is telling everybody to try something, I guess I've always been that person to be like, nah, I don't want to. I'm good. And then I walk away. And that's with everything. That's and I've been in some of those situations too, as a woman, where, a man is trying to tell me to go to a hotel room. I'm I don't want to. I'm good.
Right.
I'm that person that's just going to say, I don't want to. And I'm going to quickly go, I'm good. I'm not trying to be involved in those situations. I am lucky that I have not been tried, seriously coerced to the way of, someone trying to harm me, because that's the situation for a lot of people. And again, those are situations I don't take lightly, because you just never know where someone else's mindset is. But I'm grateful that my mindset has not been one that was easily swayed. I don't even really drink alcohol except for and that's just because I don't want to. Great occasions, special occasions, things like that. Yes. Every day, I've just never really fell into it. I just don't care. But I take that one too, back when I was at PCPA in Philadelphia when I was in college, and I'm on full scholarship, right? And the girls who had the money, where I went to college, and I was on a dance scholarship. So we had ballet early in the morning. And I could see the girls they would do a couple of pirouettes. And it's ballet was at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. So it was early. And so I would see a couple of my classmates run to the bathroom after we did like the pirouettes or whatever, because, you know, they've been drinking at Temple University all day.
Right.
And so now they drunk and now they having a problem at class. All I'm thinking is, my parents cannot afford this school.
Right.
Can't get kicked out of this scholarship. So I just never drank. But I and the other dancers would be dancing our butts off at every party, having the best time. So I always looked at a party as I'm about to dance. And I still to this day look, if I'm going to a party, I'm about to dance. I'm not looking for that alcohol or that drug to let me have fun. Because all I do is think back to when I knew I shouldn't have tried anything or else I was going to be in trouble. So, and I never did it. I don't know what that is, other than just me being like, no, I need my scholarship. And as an adult, it's very much a, no, I'm good. I don't need that.
Last two questions. Can you talk about the importance of supporting family, and especially building wealth? Like, have you, since you're in a great position, like, have you stressed that a lot within your family?
I have, but not really.
Okay.
When you say like stressed it, we've had those type of conversations about wealth. I have conversations with my sister and my family about, you know, things I wish I knew when I first got into the business. You know, being a person who really was the only person who's done this in my family, not a clue on what to do, wealth management, things like that. And that's so funny. Going back to the person who asked about JP, that's how I know him, because he's a person who does do wealth management and does that for his great clients and helps his beautiful, great clients like Mars Chestnut and things like that, and teaches that wealth management. Those are the things that I did not know being in the business at first that I know now. So I do have a lot of conversations with other fellow Memphians who want to be in this business. That's why right before the pandemic, I did my Elise Neal masterclass series to try to really help people who want to get into this business learn more about all of the things that you need that are not told to you when you first get in there. Because it should be something that should be more explained and more help with and more resources to help people who have no idea about all of a sudden you've made $1 million and you know you don't have anything set up, and what do you do and how do you fix that after you pay your agent and your managers and your lawyers and stuff, and how do you continue to grow your wealth? Those are things I know now. I did not know at the time. So you know, there's going to be some announcements about a lot more things that I'm doing, especially for people in my hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. I think it's important for me to help them grow in a way that in the things that I didn't know about when I first got into this business. And I am looking forward to all of the things I'm going to do in Memphis, Tennessee to help the entertainers and actors and fellow dancers and entertainers that want to be in a position that I'm in now.
That's great. That's really great. I'm gonna be selfish. Like, I hope you come to DC too.
Well, you never know. Hey, we may have to just do a whole like tour of you know, classes about helping yourself with your mindfulness and working out, and also in the entertainment field. You know, you never know what we could come up with.
Definitely. So what's next for you?
Well, what's next, again, is something I can't talk about yet that I am doing in Memphis, Tennessee, but very soon we'll be able to talk about. And you know, we're working really hard. We the Black Hamptons got our NAACP nomination for Best Limited TV Series at the NAACP Awards. So I'm super excited for that. It's like in a couple of weeks we'll be there. So much I can't say, but you guys just keep following. It's some stuff coming up, stuff cooking all day, every day, stuff cooking. So I'm super excited about everything that's happening. I'm just excited about life, and I try to be excited about life every day because I think that's important. Just getting up and doing your best every day is just really important. It really is.
Yes. Well, thank you for your time today. I mean, it's one of those things you never get back, so I don't take that for granted. talking with me today, Miss Elise Neal, the legend herself. More awards is coming to her doors and more changing lives. And like I said, definitely keep in touch. I look forward to help promote any projects that you have coming down the pipe. So I wish you.
For sure. I will definitely spin the block and let you know what's going on when it's announced.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it.
All right. See you.
Bye.